What's up everyone, and welcome to your 31-day yoga revolution. It's day 26. Yes! And today we practice creativity. Let's get started. All right, my darling friends, let's begin an extended child's pose today. If you're already hitting a wall and your body doesn't feel good in an extended child's pose, then you can sit upright, you can do cross-legged, you can start on your back. But we're going to come into a shape in which we can tune in to where we're at today and tap into the breath. So if you're choosing extended child's pose, really extend the arms out long. Feel a nice stretch in the side body and then melt your forehead down. And start to breathe. Nice, long, full, deep breaths here. Dropping in. Noticing where you are today. And press into the tops of the feet, and we're going to move in a circle. Inhale, coming all the way forward. If you're in cross-legged, you can do this seated with the palms on the knees. Rounding through. Just using this time to check in, tap into the breath. And coming through. One more time, inhale, come forward, and exhale around and back. All right, big inhale to lift your heart. Come to all fours, curl the toes under. Connect to your center, so really draw the navel in here. Really scoop the lower belly up. Press into your palms. Again, curl the toes under and we'll press away from the yoga mat. Here we go. Inhale in, exhale, lift the knees and let them hover for 5. We got this. 4. Breathe. 3. 2. Awesome work. Lengthen through the crown. And release. Awesome. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, drop the belly, open your chest. Exhale, rounding through. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round through. All right, now take it away, partner. Hips go left to right. Crown of the head maybe goes opposite direction. Take some time here to explore hips left to right. Take some time here to explore your shoulders. And then if you're feeling adventurous, take a moment or two here to draw big circles with the hips, one way and then the other. You might even do the figure 8. So we're getting right into that lower belly area here, also right around the navel, right just below the navel, and then get creative. Don't decide where it ends. Let this crazy fluid movement bring you to downward dog in the next few breaths. So we've connected with the discipline practice, found this focus on patience, on stillness, on form. And today, we invite a little freedom to the form. So as you come to your downward dog, and it's really not about blasting through things, but rather, again, using the form as a structure to play within. So you have this playground here, you have this shape of downward dog. Can you play a little bit here? Can you get creative with the way in which you move? And in my classes, I always try to cue people to move into downward dog from a real place of connect in their own time rather than just on my cue all the time, so that we really get the practice of listening and being creative with your workout, with your practice. This can be challenging for some, so just don't decide where it ends. Stick with it. And then we'll lower the knees all the way back down. Great work. Send the right leg out long. And then on your exhale, take a deep breath in. On your exhale, bring the right knee all the way up into a nice low lunge. Great. Lower that back knee if you haven't already. Front knee over front ankle. And we'll press into the top of the back foot. And you're just going to place the left hand on the outer edge of your yoga mat here. And then we're going to roll onto the outer edge of the right foot and inhale, lift the right leg up high. It's not your right leg, right arm up high. I'm human. Woohoo! Inhale. Exhale, squeeze it back in. Take that runner's lunge. Pull the hips back. Half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. Then rolling through that right foot. Inhale, open your chest. And exhale, plant the palms, come back to all fours. Inhale, send the left leg out long. And exhale all the way up into your lunge. Back knee lowered. Come on to the top of that right foot. And then open, open, open a little bit here so you're not on a tightrope. Plant the right hand. Come on to the outer edge of your left foot here, so opening through the hip. And then when you're ready, send your left leg, just kidding, left arm up high. Inhale. Find expansion. Open up through the chest so we're not collapsed here in the shoulders, pressing away from the yoga mat. And then exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, send the hips back. Half splits. And rolling through that front foot, inhale to look forward. Exhale, plant the palms, come back to all fours. Curl the toes under. Press away from your yoga mat. Inhale in. Exhale, lift the knees. Let them hover for 5, 4, gaze straight down, 3, building strength, 2, and then take it to down dog on the 1. Big breath in. Big breath out. Now you're going to walk your hands to your toes here, soft bend in the knees, breathing. Inhale, exhale, soft bend in the knees, walk your hands to your toes. Then you inhale, halfway lift here, and then exhale, walk your hands all the way to plank. Inhale in, exhale, bend the knees, walk the hands all the way to the toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the hands all the way out to plank. Big breath in. And big breath out and at you as you walk the hands all the way back. Excuse me. And then keep it going here. Now, you can stay within this structure here, moving with the breath nice and slow, being kind to your joints by moving nice and slow. Or there's option here to get a little creative. So you might come all the way out here and take a side plank. And then walk all the way back. Your halfway lift could turn into a chair pose, or maybe you play with the lightness. And so we're keeping this going with the breath, finding what feels good, and just kind of breaking out of our comfort zone. So for some, this will be like, yay, gold pass. And for some, this will be more difficult because, especially when it comes to physical practice, we like to be told what to do. All right, even it out. So for me, this is a fun way to build strength. We'll meet in forward fold at the back of the mat. When you get there, shake the head a little yes and a little no. Listen to the sound of your breath. And then slowly begin to roll it up. All right, when you roll up, go ahead and step to the center of your mat, and then we're going to bring the feet nice and wide for triangle pose. So let's start with the front toes, the right toes pointing forward, and the back toes, the left toes pointing in. And then bring your right hand to your belly or just below, right to your lower belly, and feel this drawing in, this gathering in of energy here. So this can be a very sensitive part in the body. Not can be, is, at least in my culture. We're constantly sucking it in and tightening it up. And so with love, bring your hand there and pull the right hip crease back and lengthen the tailbone down, and use your backhand to just find that lift up through the front, that gathering in here and that grounding. And be really loving with the way you touch yourself and the way you think about yourself and the way you be really loving with the way you touch yourself. I just said that. Cool. And the way you see yourself and the way you talk about yourself. Okay? So pull that right hip crease back and then break free. Let your wings go. Inhale. Exhale. Send the hips back. Keep the side body long. Imagine you're like in between two panels of wall here, or window pane. And then we'll bring the right fingertips down. Open up through the left wing. Breathe here. And so we're really wanting to target this area of the body right here, right below the navel. So keep gathering it up and in, and you'll find so much strength there. And then take one more breath. And then exhale, come all the way up, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Pull the pinkies back, and then we'll turn the right toes in and the left toes out. Left hand comes to the lower belly. Right hand to the back body. And we lift up through the front, gather energy in, lengthen down through the tailbone. And when you really work from a place of connect from this area of the body, you're going to be surprised how much you actually don't need to crash down into your left fingertips in triangle. So send those hips on back. When you're ready, break free. And have some fun as you float all the way down. Trikonasana. Right toes are turning in. Left foot grounded, all four corners. Breathe. Maybe you take your right hand to the left rib, and as I like to say, just imagine smearing some honey across the ribs here, opening up. One more breath, inhale. Then exhale, draw your navel in, connect to this part of your belly, and come all the way back up. Great, pull the pinkies back, inhale. Exhale, turn both toes in. Inhale, open the chest. Feel this beautiful long stretch through the front body. This is Titanic. This is Kate on the boat. Breathe in. And then exhale, hands to the waistline. Awesome work. We're gonna walk the feet together, just about hip width apart. I'm gonna turn this way. And then go ahead and turn on your yoga mat. And then we're gonna inhale in, exhale, send the hips back, fingertips forward. These are gonna try to stay over the heels here, and you're gonna lift your toes and once again try to really gather so much energy up from the lower belly here. Breathing deep, we're in a squat for 5, 4, you can do whatever you want with the hands. 3, maybe sink a little lower. 2, maybe sink a little lower. And 1, release. Hands come to the earth. We walk it back to plank. Press away from your yoga mat when you get there. Awesome work. Then exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to release. Send the fingertips back. Palms face down. Inhale, open the chest, lift the head, the neck, the shoulders. Ooh, there's a little buggy. And tuck the chin. As you exhale, press pubic bone into the earth. Then on your next inhale, lift the legs, lift the arms, let them hover. Breathe here, find a lightness. And then in honor of today's practice, you can do a little creative strengthening by moving. It's a little shout out to Miss Shiva Ray. You can find a little movement here, swimming, hugging the lower ribs in to support the lower back, maybe tucking the chin even more to support the lower back. And then don't worry about being silly here, have some fun. Move slow, strengthening and lengthening as you breathe. creative with the limbs here as you swim. And take one more breath. And then release. Press the palms into the earth. Come all the way to all fours. And then bring the knees together. First, you're going to inhale, drop the belly, look forward. This is called poodle pose. I just made that up. And then exhale, child's pose. Nice and slow, bowing the head. Great work. And shifting your weight, come forward. We'll swing the legs around to one side and come to Cobblers Pose. Feet together. Open your book here. And then loop the shoulders. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Great, and then we're gonna lean back here, keeping the chest lifted. We're gonna lift the ankles all the way up, and then once again, we're gonna come around here, lifting the heart so much so that we don't even think about our core muscles. They're just engaged as we lift our heart. Let it lead the way. And then we'll come to this lotus shape here. Bring the heels together, maybe the ball joint of the big toe together. And then you can stay here, or you can work with a little creative core here, just lifting the heart, finding movement any which way. Be creative, have some fun. We're only here for 5 breaths. Stick with it, 2 more breaths. And then release. Awesome work. Everything comes down to the ground. Feel your back supported by the earth. Take your hands, your palms to the hip creases here and give it a little rub and walk your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Shift the knees over to one side. Interlace the fingertips, bring them behind the head. Breathe, draw the top knee down towards the front edge of your mat. Then bring it on through. Take a deep breath in and to the other side. Again, top knee actively reaches towards the bottom edge of your mat. Nice work. Inhale. Exhale, roll it through center. Release the arms, hug the knees into the chest. You can hold your knees close to your heart here, or just work in a way in which your lower back feels supported. Another option would be to take a stirrup pose here, or a happy baby. Ask yourself what would feel really good right now, and then listen to your body, engage in that conversation. If you're in happy baby or stirrup pose, really work to extend your tailbone towards the front edge. Should feel really good. All right, wherever you are, take a big buoyant breath in and a long exhale out. Send the legs out long. Let your body grow heavy here for just a moment or two. Find stillness. And so perhaps your definition or your understanding of being creative or creativity is limited and you don't even know it. For me, creativity takes on many forms, many shapes in my life. And probably the most important one is just being able to go with the flow, make adjustments as needed. If it doesn't work, well, let's get creative. So practicing creativity can really help us not just, have some fun and creative core or the physical body, but it can really help us to make sure we're not limiting ourselves, that we're conscious, that the way in which we move through life each day. Inhale in. And exhale to let everything go. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. I'll see you tomorrow. Take good care. Namaste.